What's up, everyone? Morey Croson here from the Performance Lab, and today we have another new breakdown on Arch Manning, the nephew to Eli and Peyton Manning. I had a call today, and one of the people brought up Arch Manning, and I haven't even watched any video or anything like that on it, but as soon as I heard it, I was like, man, I got to definitely do a breakdown on Arch Manning. I'm sure everybody would really like to see that. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and hop right into the actual breakdown here. You know, he's only a freshman, which is super impressive. I don't know exactly how old he is, if he got held back or anything like that, but what he does so well is just really pushing out that back leg and getting his hips to get around. You know, I think he does a great job of really leading through with those hips and being able to kind of keep that upper body back. I like guys too that when they, first initially load, sorry, this is freezing on me here. When they first initially load, kind of bring their front shoulder back first, and then from there open everything up, and that really allows you to get those hips going a little bit smoother. And then he also does a great job of firing that elbow through and getting a ton of external rotation there as he comes forward and through. He has a very, very stable front leg base too, which is excellent. Definitely something to build off of there. Here's another nice throw. This one's the behind view where you can see, again, excellent job really getting the lower body going, right? You could already see the hip and shoulder disassociation where he's already opening up within the hips, and he's really keeping that front shoulder closed. That's really the name of the game here, guys. If you want to be able to throw the ball further, you got to be able to better disassociate within the lower body. Does a great job being able to do that, and then from there gets a little vertical with his actual mechanics, comes upwards with that front leg, which I'm not against. I think it's actually something that we see a lot. It is extension through that front leg as he's coming up, and he maintains that front arm position as he actually finishes through the throw, which helps him in getting more force and more torque in the throw. It is being able to maintain that front arm position and also maintain that really, really good front arm and front leg position. All right, here's another one here. We could see him. This one's a little bit harder to see him, so if you're trying to, look, this is it. I think this is a great view to be able to see how well he pushes off that back leg again and gets that rotation, and then how he just doesn't waste very much time back behind his head. Even these long throws, right? He gets the ball back, he gets that initial load, keeps the ball kind of low like me, and then comes all the way through the actual throw, and definitely has a lot straighter of a front leg than a lot of quarterbacks do, but that helps him in being able to create a lot of stability within that front leg, right? So everybody that I see that really strains out that front leg, that it seems to usually be the big reason why, is that it really creates a lot of stability for them when they're shifting all the weight. Here's another example, pushes down, and you can see here he's coming more downwards through the throw. He definitely puts a lot of spine into it. He doesn't rotate as much through the spine, as a lot of guys do, like Russell Wilson and Baker Mayfield and stuff like that. And I mean, all those guys push off the back leg very well, but you can see he pushes off the back leg well, but he just doesn't get as much of a rotation through the spine, and instead kind of leads forward through the spine as he's coming through. But he definitely snaps down his arm, with a lot of force and a lot of torque there as he's coming up and over the top, finishes through the throw, and that is really, I think, what differentiates him as a quarterback for a younger age, and where probably having an NFL pedigree really helps out, is because you can get that really good mechanic coaching in, what are some of the basic fundamentals that you got to have. You got to be able to be very stable in the front leg. You got to be able to push off that back leg well. You got to be able to have that front arm position in a good spot, and you also can't have a lot of wasted motion within your hand and your arm when you get back behind you. And he does a great job of doing all those things. And I would say those four things are the biggest mistakes that I see. Again, I'll say it one more time, but the four biggest mistakes that I'll see, which is not pushing off the back leg correctly, not being able to absorb through the front leg correctly, right? Just doing from one leg from the back leg to the front leg, not being able to shift properly through there. The other big thing is not being able to maintain a good front arm position. And then the last one is spending too much time in the load part of your throw, getting that ball too far back behind you, which is going to impact the timing of when the ball comes out, which has a big impact on your overall throwing ability. All right? As always, guys, let me know if you have any questions. We still have that 7-day throw program still available. I'm probably going to do a webinar as well on Wednesday to give you guys a little bit more information about what we're going to actually do within the whole program, give you a full rundown of everything that you get within our program. So if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and just send us a message, just because I don't have a link for that yet. But if you're on any of our email links or social medias, you will get a notification for when we do that. This Wednesday we'll be doing that. All right? That's all. If you haven't signed up for the 7-day program, I'd say definitely check that out and do that, because I think it'll really help you in improving your footwork and helping you throw the ball further. All right? Let us know if you have any questions.